guys, welcome to another video and welcome to episode 1 for the Super Nintendo. This is going to be showing you the collection of Super Nintendo games I have collected. Obviously I'm going to be collecting more. It's quite hard to get hold of the Super Nintendos around where I live, so I'm going to just show you what I've got so far. So let's start off with the Super Nintendo collection. Super Nintendo game I'm going to be showing you is Aladdin. I did quite enjoy this game. It's got the original music on it, which is pretty good. Graphics aren't that good, but it was pretty good that time. The next one is Toys. I didn't quite understand this game. It's a good game, but I didn't quite understand it. Toys, obviously the film by Robbie Williams, unfortunately died, I think it was last year, or this year, I can't remember now, but he was a great actor. But yeah, Toys. Next one. Mario is missing. Now, all these games is where I had when I first had the Super Nintendo, and I have to say, this was a pretty good game, and I still play it as well. It's a geography learning adventures. Mario is Missing Mario Discovery series. Now I know they had this on the NES and I never got it on the NES. I never even seen it in the shops just for the Super Nintendo, but it is a good game. Next one is the classic Mortal Kombat. I remember when I got this as a present, it was in Amsterdam. I think it was in Amsterdam, and obviously I couldn't play it for a few days, dying to get onto it, and it is a great game. I did have the Mortal Kombat X for the Xbox One, but I traded that in because not many people's playing it now, but I would much prefer to play this than the new Mortal Kombat game. Next one, the Lawnmower Man. This is quite a weird game, but in a weird way, I really enjoyed it. As you can see, the graphics on it, let's go that way. There we go. It was a pretty good game. It was a game from the film. All these are actually complete as well. Got all the instruction booklets and everything. This one, I've had many hours of fun on this one. Theme park. You can actually build your own theme park on this one. You have to earn money, and the more money you earn, the more amusements you can have and everything else. It is really good fun. Next one is James Bond's Crazy Sports. There is about 5 or 6 games on this one, especially the 100-meter splash, which was pretty fun to race against your friends with. I'm not sure if it was a 2-player. I think it was just a 1-player, but you could beat your friends' scores or times. So it's a pretty good fun game. And this one. This is an absolute classic. It's got Mario 1, 2, 3 and also the Lost Levels, which I found out the Lost Levels is actually levels that never made it into the main Mario game, so they put it into another game and called it the Lost Levels, hence why it's called the Lost Levels. The next one is F-Zero. This is an absolute classic game. I love this game. As you can see, the back of it is like a comic. It doesn't show you much of the gameplay of the game, but it really is a really good game. I enjoy playing that as well. Now, all these games that I've showed you so far will be on my channel as well, all the gameplays. Next one is the Smurfs. Not a very big fan of the Smurfs, but it is a pretty fun game. If you have a look at the back, that's the back of it. It's not a bad game once you get into it. It's not a sort of game that you could go, oh, I fancy playing that game again, I'm going to play that game again. Next one is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Absolutely classic. I remember getting this with the Super Nintendo. Absolutely brilliant game. So much fun. We spent hours on that. The next one is another weird game, Super Morph. You're a ball, but you can also change into metal, liquid, a bouncy ball, and you have to get through certain levels as particular materials. This isn't a bad game. The Mask, Smoking. That is a pretty good game, so I remember having that for Christmas. Again, this is a game that I spent hours on. It was so much fun, especially when the film just recently came out as well with Jim Carrey. I love that film. Okay, so this one, you can tell how many times I've actually got this game out of the box. This is Super Mario Kart. This has been in and out of the box thousands of times. I absolutely love this game. I think it's one of the best games you could ever play on the Super Nintendo. If you haven't played this on the Super Nintendo yet, I would recommend you playing that. The next one is, I will get this one out of the bag. This one, unfortunately I haven't got the box. I have got the mouse pad and the mouse for it. It is Mario Paint. It's a little bit like Photoshop, but it's like the bad version now. At the time when this actually came out, this was like, sorry I just dropped it in my lap. This was actually like, wow, look at the graphics on that. You could make music, you could do Picross, I think it was, and just do some colouring in and drawing, whatever you wanted. But again, at the time this came out, it was a little bit like Photoshop, and it was great fun. Last but not least, this, I think everybody got this game. This is Super Mario World. Again, another classic. I love Mario games. This was one that you probably have got with your Super Nintendo. It's probably the most common Super Nintendo game you could ever get for the Super Nintendo. Well, that is it for episode 1. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah.